Shalom Aleichem. Welcome to Breslov Research. We are now standing on 18 days in the month of Av, which means that we have 1 month and 10 days, or let's say 40 days till Rosh Hashanah. 40 days until Rosh Hashanah. We're going to go on trial. Rosh Hashanah, the Gemara says, is a day of judgment. It's a day of judgment where everybody, every single human being on the planet goes to a trial. What's going to happen the forthcoming year? What kind of year will we have? Will it be joyous? Will it be difficult? Will there be challenges? Well, frankly, it happens every year. It happens every year that there's challenges, there's joy, there's disappointments, there's difficulties, there is illness all over the world, all over the globe. Just recently, Europe has been inundated with floods. Something that doesn't usually happen in Europe. Italy, Southern Europe, they had fires, like in California. Tremendous fires. Oregon. Things that they happen, but on a tremendous scale. Such a scale that we haven't seen, and we should never see it. Let's put it like that. We should never see the scale of all the difficulties. India had floods, and all over the world, there are problems. All over the world, there are marches for human decency. And yet, it gets worse and worse. People are just, the behavior of people today, it's just unexplainable. What goes on in certain communities, the way people act, the way they, the way they take advantage of others, the way they steal and destroy, burn, and hurt, and kill, and maim. Or there are other problems, like Surfside, Florida. A building collapses. You went to bed at night, you went to sleep, and all of a sudden the building collapses on you. 12 stories go down the drain. 150 people or so, they don't have the exact amount, missing, hurt, lost, killed. May Hashem spare us. In Meron, there was a disaster on Reb Shimon ben Yechoi's yahrzeit. 50 people, 45 people died. Right? There are disasters all over the world. We have no idea how to stop any of it. Why? Because it doesn't come that we are the ones causing these disasters. We're getting it because Hashem decrees on Rosh Hashanah what's going to happen. You may question me. I said that people went out and they caused destruction, looting, stealing. Well, that's also from Hashem. The Gemara says an interesting thing, that Megalgal Schos Ayidei Zakai, B'choiva Ayidei Chayav. They bring about merit and good things because of a good person. So if a good person does something good, he could bring and generate good into the world. And yet, Megalgal and Choiv Ayidei Chayav. There's a way to bring death and destruction and damage because of one person who is guilty. person who is guilty, he causes damage and destruction in the world. One person could also cause that kind of a thing. So we're facing Rosh Hashanah. Are we guilty? Are we innocent? Do we have good points in us? Do we have merit? Or are we facing the usual backlog of all the things that we've done wrong, and God forbid it shouldn't spill out over into the world? We see what happened this past year, and what I mentioned is only the last few months. So we have to start preparing 40 days from now till Rosh Hashanah. Okay, so we're going to go before the judge, and he's going to look at me and he's going to say, what did you do this year? How am I going to be able to present myself before God and tell him, well, I was a good boy. You can give me something in my stocking or whatever you want to call it. Hashem, there's a lot of problems. And I did things wrong. I got angry. I was arrogant. I said mean things. I said things that were hurtful to others, right? Maybe I wasn't careful with money. There's a lot of things that go on in a person's life on a daily basis. A daily basis. How could I face the judge? How could I go before Hashem and say, Hashem, please forgive me and give me a good year? Did you really change from last year, from the year before? You said the same thing last year and the year before, the year before. Did you really change? Or did you try to change? Did you do something better? Did you improve in any way? How are you going to face Hashem? I know on a personal basis, this year I'm really in trouble. What can I do? Hashem, I didn't want to be this way, but I did things wrong. How can we face Hashem? The answer is Uman. The answer is go to Rabbi Nachman. The answer is spend your Rosh Hashanah with Rabbi Nachman in Uman. How is that an answer? Well, first thing is, the Gemara tells us that when it comes to Rosh Hashanah, the angels ask Hashem, when is Rosh Hashanah going to take place? And Hashem tells them, you're going to have to wait till the Bezdin, the Sanhedrin, declares Rosh Hashanah. Or in other words, when the Bezdin says that this certain date will be Rosh Hashanah, that's when Rosh Hashanah will take place. The judgment will not take place without the tzaddikim. Without the righteous leaders of Klal Yisrael, Rosh Hashanah cannot take place. Right? It will take place because the tzaddikim will decide on the day, but it's going to be such a Yom Tov that Hashem is waiting for us, for the tzaddikim, to declare Rosh Hashanah. So that's the first hint that we have, that Rosh Hashanah depends on the tzaddikim. The second thing you have to know is that all said and done, how am I going to present my case before Hashem? Look at what I've done, Hashem. I tried to be good, yes, I did some good things. I'm not going to say no, but overall, did I really improve this year? Did I really make myself a better person? Did I contribute anything to my family, to myself, to my community, to my nation, to the world? Did I do anything that it would improve the lot of the world? Did I do anything? So what I need, most important, is I need a good advocate. I need a great lawyer, someone who can stand up before the court and say, Hashem, yeah, the person involved did things that weren't so right, whatnot. But take a look at all their merits. And that tzaddik is going to present my case before Hashem. That tzaddik will look at me and look to Hashem and say, Your Honor, Hashem, have compassion on this person. Help them out. Feed them. Clothe them. Give them health. Give them parnasa. Give them income, livelihood. Give them nachas from their children. Hashem, help these people. Help this person. Come to Uman, come to Rabbi Nachman, and have Rabbi Nachman as your advocate before the heavenly court on Rosh Hashanah. If you could make it there, you'll understand what it means. You'll see a community of people, God willing. Last year they didn't let us. Last year they closed the borders. Hopefully this year the borders will all be open. We'll all be able to get there. Hashem, help us. We need this tzaddik. We need this advocate. We need this lawyer, this special, experienced lawyer to go before you and plead our case. And we have a case. We've been in Gola so many years. We've been in exile so many years. And look at the suffering that your nation has gone through. Look at the suffering the world is going through. Is this what you created the world for? Did you create the world that there should be suffering? Or did you create the world that there should be happiness and joy and health and everything good for every single person? Yeah. So we need to go to Uman. We need Be'ezah Hashem to hope and pray that we'll get there, that Hashem will be with us. It'll be a good year, a successful year. And from today till Uman, we should pray to get there. And Rosh Hashanah, we should be there. And we should all be written down in the book of life. L'chaim, l'sholem, health and peace and life for everyone, livelihood. Everything that we need, we should all have. Amen v'amen.